Hi, let's learn how to solve separable equation in a quick way in 3 questions. And the first question, for x square y dx x dy equals 0, and there is extra things here which is called initial value. Look, in the question, if you have this type information, remember in separable exact special integration, all method we have plus c equals c, something like that. But what is c? C is integration constant. If we have this type information in the question, it means we can calculate c. Don't forget, if even question didn't say about find c, something like that, if we have this type information, it means we should find c, and this type problem is called always in differential equation initial value problem. This is initial value problem, this type of information. It means y f of x, x equal to, in the bracket gives us x, outside gives us y. X equal to, y equal 1, and after that we will calculate c. And let's start. To make it separable, in front of the x there is another variable, y is problem. In front of the y there is another variable, x is problem for us. What is separable? In front of the x, just x. In front of the y, just y. Here, there is another variable. This is problem. There is another variable. This is problem for us. And what we will do, we will divide our equation by the problem part, y and x. Y, x. We have to multiply them. So divide for x square y over xy dx, x over yx dy. So here simplify for x square over x for x dx. Here simplify ln, this is 1 over y dy. Okay? Now in front of the x, just we have x. In front of dy, just we have y. So this is separable. If it is separable, how we solve? If it is separable, we know that just in a simple way, take integral, because in front of the x, x, in front of the y, y. So integral for x square over 2 x square, 1 over y is ln y and equal c. Here y is in absolute value. Equal c, this is integral constant. You can write plus c equals 0. They are same, okay? No difference between them. So we found, but what I said, if we have this type information, it means we should find c. What's the meaning of this? X equal to, y equal 1, let's side. 2 times 2 square plus ln 1 equals c. ln 1 we know that equals 0. So 2 square 4 times 2, we calculate c as 8. If you have this type information, it's called initial value problem, and we can find c. Don't forget this. And here in front of the x there is another variable, sine y plus 1. In front of the y another variable, exponential x. So we must divide our equation by sine y plus 1 exponential x. So let's divide. Here sine y plus 1 exponential x. Here sine y plus 1 exponential x. Here exponential x removed. Here sine y plus 1 removed. Exponential x over x. Let's write in a long way. Dx plus cosine y over sine y plus 1 dy. And continue. Exponential x over exponential x. 1 over exponential x dx. Here cosine y over sine y plus 1 dy equals 0. So exponential x over exponential x, we know that this is 1. 1 over exponential x means exponential minus x if we send it to numerator dx. And here cosine y over sine y plus 1. You see, in front of the x we have x, in front of dy we have y. So this is separable. How we solve separable differential equation? By taking integral. Let's take integral. So integral of 1 with respect to x, this is constant x. Exponential minus x. We know that what's the integral of exponential? Itself over the coefficient of variable. Coefficient of variable minus 1. So exponential minus x over minus 1. Send minus 1, it will be minus exponential minus x. But what's the integral of this part? We have to use substitution. Why? What's the integral? What's the derivative of denominator? Most probably you will use this technique, substitution. Sine y plus 1. Its derivative, cosine. The integral contains cosine. Yes, that's why we can use substitution. U equal sine y plus 1 and du, its derivative, cosine y dy. So cosine y dy here, let's write this integral. You see, look, this integral, I will write here, this integral, cosine y dy, it's du, cosine y dy, it's du, and sine y plus 1 is u. Cosine y dy, du, there is nothing, I wrote 1 over sine y plus 1, it's u, 1 over u. What's the integral of 1 over u? We know it's ln u, okay, it's ln u. So integral of these parts equal ln u. We know that what is u? We wrote sine y plus 1, we put in absolute value, it's finished, equals c. And we calculate our solution. This is important, okay? Most probably you will say, if the derivative of denominator in numerator, it means you will use substitution and always the integral will be 1 over u, that is ln u. If the derivative of denominator contains in numerator exactly, integral always ln u, that is ln denominator. Okay, this is the quick way you show, or quick way to see derivative of denominator in numerator. That's it. Here, this is a problem for us. In front of the x, another variable. In front of the y, another variable as well. So they are problem. So we should divide by y plus 2, x plus 1. So if we have more than one expression as problem part, you have to multiply all of them and divide by all. So y plus 2 divide by y plus 2, x plus 1, divide by y plus 2, x plus 1. Yes. So let's continue. Y plus 2, and we have 1 over x plus 1 dx. X plus 1, we remove 1 over y plus 2 dy equals 0. So in front of the x, just x. In front of the y, just y. So this is again separable. Take integral. What's the integral of 1 over x plus 1? ln x plus 1. What's the integral of 1 over y plus 1? ln y plus 2, ln y plus 2. So what I said in the previous video, I said if you have logarithmic function, something like that, apply as base e. But here not necessary. If you have, okay, this is another technique. If you have all parts as logarithmic function, ln, all of them ln, but here look, not all of them ln, that's why we cannot use. But here, if all of them ln, instead of c, put ln c. This is another technique. You can apply as base e. Okay, in the previous video, watch the previous video, you will see there. But if you have all of them as logarithmic function, instead of c, put ln c. Why did we put ln c? Because to remove logarithmic function. What we have, if we have addition in logarithmic, we have write as multiplication. Yes, I wrote as multiplication equal ln c. You see ln on the left and on the right side. Now you can remove, but in this step you cannot remove. On the left side just one logarithmic function, on the right side just one logarithmic function, and then you can remove. Okay, in this step you cannot remove. Be careful, ln is not number and simplify by. Okay, so it's x plus 1 times y plus 2 equal c, and we calculate the solution. Okay, we found the solution, and this is the separable equation. And now you learn how to solve separable equation by using 3 questions.